Okay, so let's talk about pull-ups and how to help people get better at pull-ups. Interestingly enough, I posted something on my Instagram channel yesterday. I've never seen this guy before. I want to see if I can actually find that video and I'll share it here while we're talking about it because he shared a really interesting perspective on how to help people get pull-ups or how to get more pull-ups. Let me see. I think I sent it to my wife and I could find it
Mhm.
and I'll play it here. Oh, I know I sent it to Liz. Did I send it to Liz? Yes, I did. All right, here you go. Let me play. Okay, yes, it will. All right, here you go. Just a second. Okay. And let me hit the share button and this one. Okay. So let me hit sound thing too so you can see that. Share. Okay. Let me start it over.
Simple concept that involves doing a set of
Right here. Let's just oop, nope, that's not what I wanted. There you go. Okay, here you go. Sound, please.
quickest way that I've found coaching people to do more pull-ups. It is called the pre-fatigue method, and I want to explain why it's so effective. It's a super simple concept that involves doing a set of bicep curls before doing your pull-ups. At first you might be thinking that's going to make pull-ups harder, but that's one of the reasons it's so effective. When we eliminate one of the primary muscle groups in a compound exercise like pull-ups, we are weakening the chain. And when you weaken the chain, the other muscles have to work harder in order to achieve those reps. Not only are our muscles going to be working harder, we are going to be learning how to use them more efficiently. When we are forcing our body to use our muscles in a fatigued state, we are also learning how to activate them more. So when our biceps are eliminated, we're learning how to activate our lats more. So there's not only physical adaptations to this because we're working our muscles harder, there's also mental adaptations because we are actually learning how to navigate our body and pull in a different manner. The end
So I'll share this with you later if you want to watch the rest of it, but you get the gist of it.
Okay.
And like that's literally the way I like that because already when I'm teaching people how to improve their mobility in a certain muscle, people will tend to like let's say people are trying to get their lats to work. Oftentimes, like when I give someone an exercise for the lats, they feel their triceps instead.
Yeah.
And so I always just tell them, hey, just keep going till your triceps tire out.
Uh,
And then the lat will have to work. But this exercise is really cool because it already takes the bicep out. You just do a bunch of bicep curls. So your biceps are done, and then you have to go pull up. Now your lat's like, ah, crap, the bicep's not helping. I have to help now.
yeah.
So I really like this video. And so I'm gonna be playing around with it. He says that he's been using it for 15 years with great success. So I'm gonna try this. Maybe you can try it with people who have some pull-ups, but not a lot and see if that helps. It can kind of be like a joint experiment. But I really like that premise. So I think this addresses people who already have pull-ups but want to get more pull-ups. So I'm gonna play around with it. But now let's talk about people who just don't have pull-ups at all. Okay. Um, when we and I've actually introduced this to CrossFit Coeur d'Alene a couple times. I've taught a couple classes there the last couple months. And I know that they like to use bands, and I do not like bands. I'm not a big fan of them. It takes forever to get in and out of them. It's dangerous to get in and out of them. It just gets kind of sketchy. When I had my gym in San Diego, my favorite scaling option for the pull-up was to have people have a box or something available so they can get themselves to the bar, and I'd have them hold there as long as they can. And then they can watch the clock. And so if they get 5 seconds holding this position, that's 5 reps. And then if they can come down for 3 seconds, that's a total of 8 reps. And the reason why I like that is because in gymnastics, introductory gymnastics is always in isometric contractions first. Because isometrics is really where you develop that neural output that you need to be able to do the movement. And of course, you're starting at the very top where you're strongest. And then you slowly lower yourself down so that you're giving the rest of your body exposure to that. The reason why I like that is because you can already kind of start in this loaded position and then you just kind of let yourself fall to the bottom. The reason why I don't like people starting from the bottom is because oftentimes in this stretched out position, you don't have the neural output of the lat anyway.
Yeah.
You can't because it's stretched out. So what's the first response? Bicep and trap. So already you're doing the movement like this instead of, hey, use your feet, get yourself situated, and get yourself in a nice spot where you actually feel your lats, and then let go and hold there as long as you can, and then allow yourself to come down. So the cool thing with that too is it allows people to um stay within the time domain. Like if you're thinking Fran, right? How long should the first 21 pull-ups take if you do them unbroken and butterfly?
Oh, 30 seconds or
Right.
less.
Right. A butterfly you can do in a second or less. So
Yeah.
21 seconds for the pull-ups, and then 15 seconds for the pull-ups, and then 9 seconds for the pull-ups. What this does is even if you don't have pull-ups, you can still finish the workout in the time domain.
Yeah.
And by doing this, I was actually able to help people develop the strength to do pull-ups. Um, we had a partner workout at Coeur Lane a couple weeks ago, and they had the pull-up thing. And so what I did was I had the partner on the bottom help spot them to get to the top. And if they weren't strong enough to hold there longer than 5 seconds, they would provide some assistance. So at least the body was fighting at least a little bit in that position, and then allowed them to come down. Um, in general, when you're teaching gymnastics, you always want to think about time under tension. In CrossFit, we're so backwards. We're always teaching the concentric part of the exercise first. But in gymnastics, it's always iso and eccentric that they focus on first, which is much more efficient. Um, so that's my favorite scaling option for someone who has some capacity on the bar. For people who don't have any capacity on the bar, use a toenail assist. Do you know what that is?
Put a foot on the box.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can put your foot on the ground or on a box, but put your foot down so your toenails are down.
Yeah.
If they're really, really need help, then sure, they can put the balls of their feet down. And really what you're also helping people do is you're helping them to develop that sensitivity because you can make a foot assist as difficult or as easy as you want.
Mhm.
And that helps develop that proprioception, that kinesthetic awareness. Some people will say, oh, it's too easy. And I go, well, you're because you're helping yourself too much.
Yeah.
And so you just give them that time. Eventually, I mean, eventually their legs will get tired and the rest of their body will have to fight. So it's just a really, that's my favorite tool. I don't allow people to use bands. I definitely don't prefer people to kip first. Or actually, let me take that back. Let's say someone can kip but can't do strict, then you can have them kip to get to the top and then hold the top as long as they can and then come down. That's a cool way to get them up there just so they can actually practice the movement. Um, but yeah, that's the pull up. And also thinking too, um, teaching people that a pull up is a press and not a pull. Well, let me take it back. You could do a pull up lots of different ways. You can do it as a press, pressing down. You can arch your back and pull with the biceps. You can complete the task multiple different ways. But whenever I'm teaching the pull up, I like to teach people the press down method because that's the harder variation.
Yeah.
Everyone sort of defaults to the pulling variation, and so teach them uh one way, and then when that way falls apart, they can always go back to the other way that they're used to.
Yeah.
I'm really big on giving people options and making them so they're not a one-trick pony. Because otherwise, if you only have one way of doing something, then when you get tired, you have nothing left.
Yeah, I've done the negative with a couple people. They actually really liked it. And I basically told the same thing. It's like however seconds I didn't have them hold. I just had them jump up and then lower themselves down. And I was like, however seconds you can lower down, that's how many reps you get.
Yeah, I love that.
They would
Ab
do
tempo.
so I had some girls that don't have pull-ups, but they could do a 10-second negative.
Yeah, yeah,
But they finished like right along with everybody else, and
yeah. They what?
they actually really liked it.
Yeah, because it helps them to feel accomplished and they're actually getting stronger.
Yeah,
You know, like getting people get so caught up in completing the task that they don't care about how. But if you have them do the negatives, you're gonna eventually develop the strength to go up.
yeah,
And I have one of my cousins actually. She would every day she would walk in the gym, she'd do a kipping pull up, and she'd lower herself down slow every single day. So she would do that and then try to do a strict pull up. And the first day she tried, she got maybe this far. I'm like, oh, that's cute. But she kept trying and kept trying. And it's a very core memory of mine. I remember the day that she walked in the door and she tried it and she got it strict, and I was like, whoa. And it's all because she gave her body a chance to learn how to make the muscle contraction.
Yeah.
Gymnastics is funny in that, like there are a couple times where I accidentally learned how to do something. Like I was doing crow's pose basically, and I was kind of playing around with planches, and then I accidentally did a freestanding handstand push-up.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I was shocked. I mean, I could do strict handstand push-ups, but a freestanding, I didn't know how. But I was playing around with something, and then and it was really annoying because for the first few weeks, I was just trying to hold the position. You know what I mean by crow's pose, where you're like on your hands, but your head's not on the ground, and you're just balancing upside down,
Yeah.
right? I could only hold it for like maybe a second or a millisecond before I fall or lose my balance. And I just did it like every other day. And then one day I was like, oh wow, I got it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then I did arrested, did another rep, and I was doing it. And then I started to fall out. And I don't know, I've straightened my arms and I went upside down. I was like, oh, that was crazy. So the thing with gymnastics is that you just have to keep trying and then your body will figure it out.
Mm.
Um, a lot of times people do have the capacity to do the things, they just don't have the mind-body connection yet. And so that's why the isometric contractions are so important because it gives the body time to figure out that connection. Um, Another thing too is like, you know how people tend to want to kip everything and go fast, right? Like the going fast, all that really does, it just compensates for a lack of control. And so I'm always telling people in gymnastics to go slower.
Yeah.
'Cause if you can go slow, then you develop control. Your body's like, oh, I know what to do in this position versus being spastic and just not able to control it.
It's kind of like
So,
when people jumping pull-ups, and they're just like, ding, ding, ding.
well, you can do jumping pull. I'm glad that you brought that up because jumping pull-ups is another tool that I use um, to help people develop that awareness, but it looks different. So let me actually show you the variation. I have a video of it here somewhere. Oh, it might be on my computer actually. Let's see. Uh, is it here? Nope. That's not it. Jumping pull up.
Is that the one where you were just like this?
I can't see it a second. Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I just have the screen turned over. Okay, what were you doing?
Where you were like just like barely on the bar and you were just,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I remember you showing that one.
Yeah, so this one. So you see the bottom where her feet are touching?
Yeah.
This is the range of motion where her lat is still engaged.
Okay.
If she were to straighten her arms anymore, the lats would turn off immediately. So you use this very small range of motion. It's important again, like, people say, oh, I'm jumping, I'm just jumping. Well, eventually your legs will get tired and your body will have to fight, so it'll do something. But also it's also a way to help people develop the sensitivity to not jump with their legs so much. But here, this is the start position. See, our arms are basically right angles, and then she's just gonna go.
Go.
And so we keep the small range of motion because what that does is if you see out the bottom here, which is connecting,
Mm-hmm.
if she were to straighten her arms again, I said this earlier, if she were to straighten her arms again or longer, then she would allow the lat to relax.
Oh, okay.
If you think, go like this, you feel your lats when you go like this.
Yeah.
And then if you slowly raise your hands, where does the lat turn off?
Right about there.
Right about there. And
Yeah.
so what you're doing is you just keep the contraction in this small range of motion,
Uh-huh.
so the lat never gets a chance to relax.
Oh.
And then what you do is you incrementally increase the range of motion. And you remember in CrossFit, we taught this in the technique lecture that we threshold train.
Yeah.
We go to the point where things go off the rails and we just kind of challenge it. So maybe week one, this is the bottom, right? Just right here. And if this is it. Maybe week three, you're here. Week four, you're here. Week five, you're here. Like this is your bottom and continue until you can still feel the lat at the top. Even for me, it's challenging. I have to really think about there. I can feel the lat now. And so this is a really cool tool to to complement the eccentric and the isometric part. But one of my favorite things to do when I teach workshops is I have people do this version of the jumping pull up for like 5 minutes.
Huh.
What I'll do is I'll play a song, right? I'll play a song like Thunderstruck, and they'll hold the bottom, right? But they have to have the lat active, so they can't just relax here. And every time they hear the word thunder, they go thunder or thunderstruck, and they do lat reps and reps and reps and reps and reps and reps, and just keep going. And like by the end of the song, everyone's lats were smoked.
Huh.
So there's a I've been saying this for a long time. Like what you do isn't as important as how you do.
Yeah.
Because you can definitely, if you do this all the way, then the lat will turn off because there's just
Yeah.
it spends for a lot of people, they spend more time in the range of motion out of where the lat can engage than they stay in.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Sure.
Could you do that to kind of help teach people, like as they get more, as the arm gets longer and the lat gets longer, to be in overhead squat position and lat activation?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well,
Exactly.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to think of, yeah, go back to weightlifting.
Sure, yeah, I go back to weightlifting. You know, I remember this when we did your level two. Remember when we were doing SOTS presses and I had everyone doing SOTS presses?
Uh-huh.
Everyone looks great till they get to right about here, and then it's lat no go, and they do that instead.
Yeah.
I actually have a weightlifter that I was coaching for a while where I'd only have him do SOTS presses to here. I would just press to here. Because once he went past, he would do that. So same exact idea as you just said. Like, yes, you can definitely use that for the overhead position.
We're snatching on Saturday, so I might make them do that.
Yeah, have him do SOTS presses. So my
Oh,
favorite way we're
we do,
switching to weightlifting. Was that?
we do SOTS presses every Saturday.
Good. But do you scale them on the depth of their squat too?
For some people I have to, yeah.
So my favorite way to teach the SOTS press is I have them stand up and press and squat a little deeper and press, squat a little deeper, then press. And then once the press gets really difficult, then that's too deep.
Okay.
Because really the SOTS press is more about improving the squat than it is the overhead position. Because if you can stand up and press like this, then you do have the mobility.
Right.
It's really the squat that changes the whole dynamic and messes things up. So
Right.
anyway, I like how you like it's like have you ever seen that video how to skip leg day?
No.
There's an old YouTube video like how to skip leg day by I'll show you. It's classic. It's you just reminding me of it because you like, let's talk about weightlifting right now. Yeah. Where's
What?
my
I didn't say we stopped. We brought it back. Brought it back.
yeah, they
But it's
reminded me of like how to skip leg day.
still weightlifting, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I tell everybody. It's like gymnastics is not like cartwheels and flips. It's about mobility and stability, which complements your weightlifting.
Okay, you know what? I always tell people if you're not good at gymnastics, you're probably not good at weightlifting either.
Yeah.
Like burn, because like some people are just they're blessed with being flexible, so they can create shapes. Yeah, you can create shapes, right? But
Yeah.
like if you struggle with the weightlifting, then chances are you're also in the position, but not actually on tension, right? So my
Totally.
weightlifters always did gymnastics. It was not, I mean, Coach B, even in his programming, you'll see it. Like, I mean, remember the template that Cody taught you guys at the level two?
Yeah.
Always have a classic pull. I always have a classic lift. You have a classic pull. You have a squat, and then you have like some sort of accessory and a core piece, right?
Yeah.
At least twice a week, you would see 30 strict pull-ups in there
Oh,
because it makes you better at the overhead position.
that is very true.
It just does. So, yeah, sorry to burst your bubble, but okay, here, this is this. So this is an old, it's 12 years old. It's hilarious. We'll watch it together. It's not that long. Bro science, that's what it was.
There's no two ways around it. Leg day is the worst. It's hard, it's painful, it's not arms, or chest, or shoulders, or even back. And it's that time of week again. It's leg day. Little arms. You promised yourself last week you were gonna do it this week. But like any true curl bro, you're looking to do a workout without the work. Here's some ways to skip leg day guilt-free. Super dude! Phantom injuries. It's leg day, and all of a sudden, your knee starts bothering you. Or you realize, yeah, your lower back definitely hurts. You don't want to push it. You're probably still sore from your last leg workout, which was your first leg workout. And your last leg workout. Best thing to do is recover with some heavy, sloppy form cheat curls. You need to be impossibly healthy for leg day. Yeah, I got like 3 more sets in here, bro. Beat it. The feeling ain't right. For you to successfully complete a leg workout, everything in the universe needs to be just right. If you could convince yourself that even one little thing is off, it's best not to force it. I'm gonna be here a while. Leg day, bitches.
This squats is so bad though.
I'm not really feeling it. Feel kind of weak today. Ooh, that feels so much better. Legacy. What? Oh, no way. Oh, dude, Tony Soprano's dead? Oh, fuck. Bro, I can't work out like this, man. I can't work out like this. Can't work out like this.
I'll send you the video. You can watch the rest of it. It's like another 6 minutes, but
That's hilarious.
it's classic. Like it's literally we used to watch that in the gym all the time because how to skip leg day. I'll just text this to you now so you have it, but it's pretty dang funny. Anywho, okay, going back to pull ups. So you've established I mean I like that you're doing it too, like the add the isometric part to yours too.
Okay.
That one will be really, really good. Add the isometric, continue the eccentric, and then for the concentric part, the jumping pull up, do a range of motion where they can still feel the lat the entire time. Throw that in at least like once or twice a week for people.
Okay.
I even have people do it like what I'll do is let's say there's 100 pull-ups in a workout. I'll have someone just have them do the pull-ups like that, and I'll just have them go till I say stop. And then like they're like, this is too easy. I'm like, keep going then. You know, and like, oh, they're like, okay. I'm like, what's going on? Like, are your lats burning? She's like, yeah, right here. I'm like, okay, cool, keep going. You just go until they get some sort of lat thing happening, and then you have to move on, right? It's one of those things where it's kind of like you dose it on an individual basis.
Yeah.
And my gym's pretty cool. Like no one really looks at each other, no one cares, so it's whatever. But yeah, that's another way you can get someone to work on that. But yeah. That's the pull up. Do you want to shift over to handstand push-ups since you mentioned them earlier?
Can we shift? Like, can we continue like the pulling and just go from like
Absolutely.
bar muscle ups?
Yes. So bar muscle up. Okay. Are you thinking strict or kipping?
Oh, I think everybody should do strict, but the only person I've ever seen do a strict bar muscle up is my husband.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the strict muscle up. I have a video of one here, so we can talk about it. Where is it? Muscle up. Where is it? Do. Do I have one here? I want you to see the body positioning. So I'm trying strict muscle up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Heck. So the key thing to get a strict muscle up is that you have to understand that you need to have a false grip or similar to a false grip. And then also when you're pulling, you want to be behind the bar. So remember I was talking about earlier that in gymnastics, a pull-up is actually a press. It's not a pull.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing this rep, I want you to see where my shoulders go. So here, I start, where does my body go relative to the bar?
It goes behind you, like going at an angle.
It goes behind, exactly. So that's actually the movement pattern that that guy in the video was talking about, the bicep curls before pull-ups thing comes in. If you're using your biceps, you're gonna try to go straight up.
Right.
Whereas here I'm leaning back and I'm trying to press down through my lat. It's actually my lat that's pressing me down. And then from here, you just get to a place where now I'm behind the bar and I'm basically doing like a kind of like a press down like this.
Huh.
You remember those old press downs from like the Globo Gym?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing here. So I'm just pressing down and then now I'm behind the bar and then coming through and again pressing. So overall, the exercise is just press down, press down, press down some more, keep pressing down, keep pressing down. Now, the part that I should have done better here is you see where my butt is right now?
Yeah.
It's like too far forward.
Oh, okay.
You want to pivot your butt back. I have another video I can show you. So that's let's see. It's definitely harder in the on the bar muscle up because of the fact the bar is where it is and it sits still, but let's see. Muscle up transition here. Okay. So easier to see on this one, but on the turnover, when you're doing a muscle up, see how the shoulders again are behind, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go straight to it. And the same thing, I'm pressing down, pressing down. But see where my butt goes? As my shoulders go forward, my butt goes back.
So basically you change angles from here to here.
Yeah, your torso just pivots over the rings.
Okay.
My buddy Sean, he calls them Filipino dips. So you just do this to
Uh-huh.
this. And in fact, I think I do that here. So I don't even block out. I just sit back, lean through, and then my butt goes back again behind. Do you see the guy behind me doing the one arm pull-ups?
Yeah.
Jerk. I thought I was cool, and he's over there. I can't do those. But yeah, so just working on the getting behind the rings. And I actually, like I was saying earlier with the pull-ups, I find a lot more value with the down parts. Come down slow, get behind the bar rings or the bar, and then even as I lower, you see I'm behind the rings
Yeah.
instead of falling straight through the middle. So same thing applies when you go over to the actually, let me see if I put the video side by side so we can compare them. This one. Yay. All right, cool. So yeah, what I was trying to say here is see how I leave my butt?
Uh-huh.
Makes it harder to press through because I'm not on top of the apparatus as much. I wonder if I do it better on this one. Yeah, my butt's more back, is a little bit more back here, but that's the idea here. Here, and you shift. So rotate the torso.
Yeah.
Shoulders go forward, butt goes back, and it's just rotating through. But
Okay.
that's the key thing with the muscle up is, and even whether you're kipping or doing them strict, the whole point is that you need to move your body back behind the apparatus. Because if you try to go straight up to it, you're not going to be able to get there.
Okay.
You can see here on the ring one. See your shoulders go behind. It's the same shape. Um, 2 Fridays ago at the gym, I had we had muscle ups on the menu. Can you see me right now? Or you can't see me, huh? Is my camera working?
I can't see you.
Oh, about that's backwards. Huh, there
Now
we
I
go.
can't.
Okay, cool. Um, so I'm gonna show you this video. There's these scaling options for the muscle up I gave to people last week. Let's see, where is it? So ups. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Just send this to myself real quick. So with the muscle ups, I just like the pull-ups, I think that it's important to practice the down part. So you could do this where if you go back to if we go back to the strict muscle up I was just showing you. Oops, where'd it go? Here it is. If you just have people train from the top here and have them coming
Uh-huh.
down as slow as they can, just have them do that, like that whole movement I just did there.
Yeah.
Just start in support here, and then teach them to lean back and kind of come down slow as they can. That'll help them understand the movement pattern. But also what you can do is, where's that video? Downloads. Yeah, there it is. Why? Here you go. Okay. So these are a couple of scaling options for the muscle ups I like giving people. So this is a jerk blocks, right?
Yeah.
So I had a couple older folks there. I think they're in their late 50s, early 60s. Had them start on the bottom, or even in the Russian position there. They turn over and then they can press. So that way they understand that your shoulders start behind the object. Say my shoulders behind my hands. That's an important key bit. Is oftentimes people like they line up here, and their hands and shoulders are right like this,
Yeah.
and my hands being out in front of me. They have to be in front so you can rotate over. So here, this is called a Russian dip. Foot assisted. You could have them have the feet off the ground too if they're strong enough. But all they do is they rotate from shoulders behind the hands to shoulders on top of the hands and then press out. Here, I like the toenail. This is the toenail I was talking about earlier. See how my toenails are pointing down?
Yeah.
So you can have them do pull-ups like this.
I've
Or
had people close like that before.
you have, okay, good. Yeah, those are good. And then you can have them do this where they come through. And then look at where my shoulders are relative to the bar.
Yeah.
They're behind. So now I have something to pivot off of. And then once my shoulders are almost level with the bar, like not quite level, but almost, then I pull myself forward to the bar, or I press myself down, really, is what I'm doing. Same shape as a strict, and you end up on top of the apparatus. But
Okay.
this position here is the most important. Teach them how to be behind the bar, right
Okay.
there. You can even have people just do drills like that. Just go toenail and press down, press down, press down. Okay, here's another one. Let me find this one for you. Is it? Do I have it on this computer? Ball up. Maybe I don't. All right. I think this is actually on this is on the school. Have you got enough likes yet so you can get into the weightlifting thing?
I don't think so.
Oh, all right. You just gotta post things and then I'll like them and then you'll have access to it. So,
Okay.
um, basically that was kind of my game. It's like I need people to interact with each other. So once you get like 5 likes, then you should have access to this Olympic weightlifting section.
Okay.
And then mobility drills for is it in here? I think it is. Better front rack, split jerks, mobility assessments. Oops, how do I do this? Oh, fixing the crash, better front rack, pec and lat stretch, bent presses, pec activation, widening your grip, isometric holds, wrist pain, correcting. Maybe it's not in this one. The jerk, maybe? Okay, I'll just send this video too. I guess it's not
Okay.
in here because I'm still building out this whole thing. But anyway, let me show you this video. So it's the top down ball up is what I call it. Let me find it real fast. YouTube Studio. And I'll just send you a link to it so you can play around with it. Come on, computer, go faster. Content. How do I search? Oh, there you go. Top down. There it is. All right, cool. Okay, come on. All right. So, sure. Here you go. Go. There it is. All right, so here's a top-down ball up. You start with the rings really close to the ground. And if you need to help someone get upside down, this position right here is hard enough for a lot of people. Just hanging in this position. You see at this position, my lats are at the shortest point. See how my elbows are close to my ribs? So you can try
Yeah.
that right now. Just press your elbows down towards your ribs, and you can feel your lats turn on. Try it.
Yep.
See how now you feel your lat. And then as you lift your hands this way, you see how the lats get longer and you can't feel it as much?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening here. I'm in this position, my lats are the strongest. And then what I do is I lower myself down slow, opening the shoulder. So see how the gap here is getting longer?
Yeah.
When I get to, and I just go back and forth. Some people might not even get that far. Once you get better, you should be able to come down and hold this bottom position right there. Whoa. And that's what we call a front lever,
Huh.
right? You can make it harder by straightening the legs out. But this alone, just having people hang out in the upside down shape is gonna be challenging enough. And if you listen to the video when you watch this again, I texted it to you, but just listen to my breath. I inhale as I lower down, I come back up, exhale. Lower down, exhale, coming up. When I inhale down, that tells me how far I can go before I completely collapse.
Okay.
Okay. Um, but there, I was able to hold it right about to there. And when I was stronger back in the day, I used to hold this position for 30 seconds at a time.
Oh wow.
But this is a really, really good drill to develop the lats for the pull-up. And incidentally, it's also a really great exercise to help people not early arm pull on the clean and snatch. It's the
Oh.
same muscles.
Yeah.
It's the same exact muscles.
Lifting.
We're still talking about weightlifting. Yeah. Um, but it's funny was that I sold this exercise as a, hey, if you can't do this, it's probably why you early arm pull. Because it's true.
Oh, speaking oh well, I
Yeah,
have one
keep
more
going.
question for you.
Yeah.
Well, it has nothing to do with gymnastics though. It has to do
Okay.
with our early arm pull.
Sure.
Can I
It's
ask?
the same thing. It's the same thing. Go
So,
ahead.
oh, well, I had this one of our members. She is probably like I don't know 6'2", 6'3". She's tall. She's
Okay.
very tall, very long, and she basically tells me I have to bend my arms, or my bar is gonna be too low.
That's a thing.
All right, so just let her do it.
Yeah. Let her do it as
Because
long as
sometimes I'm like really significant to the point
well,
where she's like always right.
are her hands all the way out to the collars?
No, so it's on her clean. That I've noticed it the most. Hopefully she comes on Saturday because I haven't really snatched with her very much. It's mostly cleaned, but on her clean, and I've tried to get her to widen, but she doesn't like it. So I'm just like,
Well, the reason
she's
I don't like it is because
not
she
right
doesn't have
over her
lats.
shoulder, but I'm just like, but every time I watch her, because one time I asked her, I was like, hey, can we widen and see if we can be a little more patient before we arm bend? She's like, oh no, I have to. My arms are too long. I'm like, and then last week I was like, I should have filmed her so I could send it to Ray.
Well, her arms are too long. That's definitely true, which is why she should widen her hands, like you said.
Okay.
But again, if you think about it, like if you put your hands together like this and press down, see how you get more lat, right?
Yeah.
Your hands out wider and do the same thing. Do you get as much lat?
No.
No. So the reason why she's going this way is because she doesn't have any lats. Again, so like that's why people tend, I mean, guys especially, the guys with terrible front racks, they always want to hold it here, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where they feel strongest because the lat doesn't have the capacity to do that. So here's another video I'm gonna send to you too, so you can have it. but same exact idea. Pause real quick.
In this video, we're going to look at
Oops.
some exercises to improve
Talking
your
already.
early arm bend on the snatch and clean. One thing to keep in mind is that your body is smart. If you give it a task, it's going to complete
on.
that task with the resources that it has on hand.
Here it is. Okay, so if we go here,
So when the lats give up, or if they're just on vacation, the body is going to use the biceps to pull the bar into the hip. One of my favorite exercises is to pull the bar into
there's
the
this
hip.
one.
In
Here's
the
the
previous video, we showed you one of my favorite exercises, which is the ball up on the rings, that helps train that straight arm strength to keep the bar close to the body. Now, this is a really difficult exercise, especially if you have no background in gymnastics or don't have the lat strength to pull your own body weight up. So here's a scaled version that
you see how that hold position there?
Yeah.
Now, this is essentially a scaled version of that same exercise. You just set up a band and you have them press down like the old school, lat pull down, straight arm press down machine.
Hmm.
So you can have them go narrow grip at first, and then as they get better, you can go wider grip. But you seeing how there's such a transfer between the weightlifting and gymnastics?
Yes.
Huge transfer. So yeah, that's gonna be one of the reasons why people early arm pull, and it's the same reason why people have problems with pull ups and chest to bars and toes to bar even. It's the same thing, pressing down. We could talk about the correlations between gymnastics and weightlifting all day long.
That's not just mobility and core stability.
Well, actually, it is mobility,
It is.
100%. It's the mobility of the lat. So most people's mobility of the lat is from here to here, right? So everyone has the flexibility to go from here to here, right?
Yeah.
But the lat doesn't have the mobility to work beyond this range of motion. So once you get to a certain point, the lat's like, I can't, and bicep says, it's okay, I can.
Yeah.
And going back to our original discussion, that's why you tire out the biceps so it can't help, and then the lat has to. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Very cool. I'm gonna try that on Saturday. We're snatching on Saturday, so I'm like, I
Have
don't
them do bicep curls before they snatch and clean and see what happens. That'd be a fun experiment.
I'll have to change my warm up.
Yeah, have them bicep curl.
Damn, Mike. How many would you have them do? Just like,
Just enough to get warm, but not tired out, not like burnt. Like,
would you do like Tabata? Like a
you
4 round?
could. I mean, that's the problem with that is it's hard to like gauge people's intensity.
Yeah.
I would just say have them go. I don't know. I haven't experimented with enough yet to actually say, so I'm not really certain.
Yeah.
But maybe have them do one burnout set.
Okay.
Just go, because most people quit before they actually fail. So just have them go until their biceps burn, and then or experiment with it first before Saturday
Okay.
and see it helps you. But I like the idea of it, like tire out the biceps so the biceps can't do the work, and then your body is funny if you take away like I always like liken your body to a Minnesota family where they're like Minnesota nice and don't want to tell each other off, right? It's like, if one person's sitting on the couch all day long, then everyone's like, it's okay, I got it. Until they get to a point where they don't got it anymore and they blow up and explode, right? So, oh,
Trying to like, let me pull up my warm up, see what I did. See if I could put it in.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Let's see.
I bet you the dudes will be excited. Like, oh, we get a bro sesh, cool.
Everybody's always excited about bicep curls.
Yeah, you know why? Makes you feel good about yourself. Science.
So yeah, because they start with us to say some thoracic mobility, then sauce presses, jump squats, and
Pick
then
up the thoracic mobility part and do it there.
take out the thoracic mobility part. Okay. Do max bicep curls.
Yeah, just maybe do a bicep curls to a song.
Okay.
To Thunderstruck or something. Or Roxanne. Or if you really want to be mean, you can do Around the World by Daft Punk. 7 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
On Saturday we turn around Bright Eyes for core. So
okay.
it's hollow hold Superman.
Uh-huh.
So every turn around, they say turn around, you go from a hollow hold to a Superman.
Yeah.
Well, that song is really long, and there's a really big chunk of it that there's no turnaround. And depending on where you started, like they start on hollow holds, so a really big chunk there is a hollow hold,
Yep.
and it's all like a good 60 seconds of hollow holding.
Yep.
Yeah, they hated it,
It's a good
and it's
time
like
when you do that stuff.
song. Yeah.
What was that?
All right. So I will do the bicep curls.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Let me see here. What else is there? Do you have any other questions about pull-ups?
No, I will actually. I do have one. So a lot of our people, they actually don't like hanging on the bar, which is fine.
Uh,
I do try to get them to during the warm up at least 20 to 30 seconds,
hmm
but don't like it. So they're always like, no, I'm just going to do ring rows or pull downs.
Why
Are
don't they like,
those things that you would do as well? Or I always they just don't like well the classes I teach, I do have a lot of older individuals.
okay.
So just like, sick ladies in their 60s that just don't bar. So, but I try to tell them, it's like, okay, if you do ring rows this time, the next time we do pull-ups, and if you do like PVC banded pull downs or something where you're not just always just doing this. Um,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
okay?
I mean, you really, with my older folks, I kind of just want to keep them happy. So it doesn't, I'm a lot more lenient with them on that kind of stuff.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I have one lady that you just got to keep her happy. So she doesn't bike, she doesn't do this, she doesn't do that. I'm just like, okay, well you're here. That's all that matters.
yeah, you're here. I'm gonna make sure you leave with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Um, but you can, I don't know, like it's hard to say because every person is different. I had a lady, her name was Mary, and I just had her do jumping pull-ups all the time instead of ring rows.
Yeah.
The reason why that's beneficial too, and you can sell this to her is like if she's an older person, like, hey, like this jumping is actually gonna be really good for your bones. So could you
Mm,
try this maybe for the first couple rounds, and then if you really hate it, then we'll go over here. But I always try to sell the benefit to them, like, especially as they age, they need that impact loading to keep their bones healthy.
yeah. Wow,
You
I
can
never
sell-
thought about it that way.
Yeah,
Makes
try that. Like, I don't ever make my older folks hang from the bar if they're not comfortable with it.
Oh
Always
yeah,
have
no, but I do have a couple that just don't like it. Even though I try to tell them just like find the lowest bar, put your feet on the ground, and just try to push down on the bar while your feet are still on the ground. And even then, they don't like it. I'm like, okay, I try.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much. Just sometimes they're just stubborn. So,
When I did the gymnastics course, they taught us I think you call it gymnastic ring rows, where you do straight arm. Have you done those?
yes.
Those are hard.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a great scaling option for the ball up that I showed you.
Okay.
Because most people are not gonna be able to do that. It's gonna be really hard. Like for most of them, just hanging upside down is gonna be scary, number one. And number two, getting up there is gonna be difficult for a lot of people. But that straight arm thing, like in gymnastics, I forgot to mention this, but gymnasts train in straight arm days and bent arm days.
Wow.
You notice CrossFitters always do bent arm stuff. And that's
Yes.
why they're not good at the straight arm work. But bar muscle ups, pull ups are actually straight arm work, not bent arm work.
Yeah.
So if you can sneak in as much straight arm work as you can, it'll help your people who want to get good at weightlifting too. You just see what I did with like the press downs and the ball up and the reverse ball up. I'm always trying to get people to do straight arm stuff. And all the time you're gonna see people want to bend the elbow because the pec and the biceps and the lat don't want to do it. So the biceps like, it's okay, me.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll
Yeah.
add on our warm up too.
The straight arm pull-ups?
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely suggest that. It's good.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Any other questions?
Not right now. No. All
Awesome. Great call.
right.
Have a great
Thanks.
day. Bye.
Bye.